All right, guys, just wanted to improvise on my, or show you actually our Skyweather weather station. I bought this on Kickstarter, but there's a couple of different things. And if you look at their diagram compared to mine, is the temperature shield is a lacrosse whatever is 925-1418. I'll put a description in the bottom of the page. But the temperature humidity sensor is in here, and it fits perfect. 4 little screws. Had to Dremel off the screws because they were really long, or you can use custom. Under here, I'm using a PoE injector to run my Raspberry Pi. So in the manual, you see a USB input. I used pigtails for all of them. They're all Cat 5 pigtails. Here's the air quality sensor. I used a project box, just Dremeled out a bunch of holes. There's a Dremel mark here, Dremel mark underneath. Just used some scrap aluminum U-channel, PVC piping for the lightning detector. Again, the same project box size as this one down here. Description at the bottom. Drilled holes, put U-bolts or U-clamps on the rain gauge. I got a frying pan grease sprayer, catcher, or whatever you call it. We get a lot of birds here in our neighborhood, and they love to drop seeds, because I've got a Davis Instrument Vantage Pro wireless up there, and we had to use a kitchen strainer. One thing in the instructions, true north here is the actual screw hole. I mean the screw. This point's true north. All right, let me line this up here and I can open it. So we did a bunch of different changes in here. Bought the glass off of Amazon, real cheap, and just drilled a hole big enough to fit so you can see the sensors. We used the standoffs. I had to sand these down a little bit so the lens would get as close to the shield as possible, and then epoxied everything. And it's really simple. If I have to replace it, you just unscrew these little tabs and the board comes right out. Over here, we actually epoxied 2 little nuts to the cover, and again, all you have to do is unscrew these and the board comes out. Fairly simple, except we used pigtails here, so we didn't have 2 female ends. This is actually a Cat 5 that we actually cut the end off and just put RJ11s on it. So the RJ11s are the cable we're only using for 4 wires on the wind direction and the wind speed, and 2 on the rain gauge. And the other big thing is, this is the big one. We don't use a USB cable because this weather station is going to be mounted 35 feet up in the air on a amateur radio tower. So power over Ethernet's coming in here, being fed in here through the pigtail, and then out provides your network, your Cat 5 in, and then it splits right here. And the other end provides 5 volts DC at 2.5 amps. Actually, I think this is 2 amps, but we've been testing it and it works fine. And then all the rest is the standard. One thing we did do is we used high standoffs, so literally I could stick my finger underneath all the boards, just in case if we had to run cables underneath, because I'll clean this up before we mount it. But that's about it. Don't have a 3D printer. It's the best thing. Lowe's or Home Depot, PVC piping. And that's about it. The biggest thing that I like really is the shield. The shield works great. And once it's up on the tower, especially here in Florida with the heat. One thing we did not do yet, and we'll test it, we did not drill a hole here for venting. We probably will have to, but I can't wait to get it up on the tower and see how it handles. That's about it. And like I said, everything is weather tight. When you screw these tighter, they close the seal there. It makes it a real nice tight seal. And this one we don't have connected yet because the Cat 5 cable is about 35 to 38 feet up on the tower. Actually, it's about 35 feet on the tower because it's not going to be mounted at the very top. That's about it.